In the midst of all the WWE 2K26 news, we got a really big piece of news that I think I haven't gave enough attention just yet, and that's the new season pass that now you can see on the pre-orders and everything that it's involved with pretty much every single type of pre-order that you get, and it looks like it is going to be connected with the DLC. If you guys don't know what a battle pass is, it's basically to continue getting updates on WWE 2K26. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, because we are on our way to 25,000 subscribers. Let's go on ahead and get back into it. Just a rewarding path where as you go each level, you get something new. Now, there's a lot of opinions going around with this one, right? Because we don't know what it's gonna look like or work like. But Fortnite, NBA 2K, those are two games off the top of my head that I remember that they have a battle pass, and they've pretty much gotten the formula down. So has Call of Duty, and NBA 2K is probably the closest thing that I can go on ahead and take this season pass and relate it to, because it is a 2K thing. And honestly, the NBA 2K pass is not all that bad. The grind is very doable. You get every reward just if you grind. So again, there's a lot of good stuff to go with this, but we don't know what it looks like in the actual game. We just hear what it sounds like on paper. Now, Nintendo Switch 2, they did go on ahead and reveal the dates for when each season is going to end and when we're going to get new ones, and we are going to get content all the way through December, and I think that's really cool as well. There's 6 passes. If I had to guess, you're going to get 6 wrestlers per pass, and not only that, through the season passes, they did mention that you're going to be able to get stuff for the island, My Faction Persona cards, and things like that. So to me, it seems like you're not going to get the DLC right away. It sounds like you're going to have a pass that you're going to have to use to grind towards the DLC, but on your way to that DLC, you're going to probably unlock call parts, different moves, different taunts for the island, different My Faction Persona cards, which could be worth the bang for your buck if you do grind, because there will be so many different rewards. But the problem that I have here with the season pass is that what if I don't want to grind and I want the DLC day one, right? Now, based on the season pass from NBA 2K, you can go on ahead and get it day one, but you have to buy level skips. And level skips on NBA 2K, they cost $1.99, which if you do a bunch of tiers, you are going to be looking at a nice amount of money if that same formula is followed. And again, y'all, I'm not doing this to scare y'all, I'm speculating, but I can only go off of what I've already seen, especially it coming from a 2K franchise already. And one thing that people are having trouble is understanding what a season pass or battle pass is. So this is my way of trying to explain it to y'all. Now, one thing with NBA 2K, the season pass does expire, which already proves to me they're doing something different. On WWE 2K, it does not. So if you get the $149 edition and you decide that you want to go on ahead and not play this season, you can come back to it and it's still going to be there for you to play through and unlock. So you're not going to miss out on any content. There isn't going to be any FOMO of any kind that you're going to be experiencing. That's one thing as well to keep in mind. I think that's great that they kept it that way, because if you pay for the content and you miss out on it, it's like, bro, did I just miss out on the content and I already paid for this? So it's not really forcing you to play the game at that given time or throughout those amount of days that the season is live and current for. So I think that's a great detail to always go on ahead and look at. Now, let me tell you guys what I personally think. I think that the season pass is actually a way to get players engaged and really unlock certain things. Like if you have a really good My Faction Persona card in there, like NBA 2K does, if you look at the very end of NBA 2K's pass, they have really nice My Team cards that are top of the line and they're really good. And I'm somebody that plays My Faction, especially when it's going in a good direction. I'm very engaged with the mode, so I'm hoping that, you know, being able to use that season pass to play everywhere I want to play. The only thing that they're excluding is online lobbies. You can play single player, universe, the island, My Faction, if you're grinding any lobby events, things like that. The way I took it was, as long as you're playing anything in the game, for the exception of online lobbies, you are going to gain XP towards the pass. That's the way that I took it. And if you guys look at NBA 2K, that's probably one of the best things they did with the pass, because when it first came out, it was just for the My Team mode, which is like what my faction is kind of based on. So when you look at what they've done, they moved it towards, if you're in my player or in my team, it doesn't matter, you are going to be able to level up this pass. So we just don't know what the pricing is going to look like. I'm all for being engaged. I'm all for grinding towards stuff. I already play the game, and it sounds like for playing the game, you're going to be rewarded, which is much better than just playing the game and not really getting much, or getting maybe a little bit of VC. If you're telling me that I'm going to be able to unlock a bunch of stuff just by playing the game, again, I'm all for it, especially if the grind is doable. And again, this is coming from a place where I've played a lot of these games with the battle passes, and it's not an insane grind. That would just deteriorate the player base, and the player base wouldn't want to play if the grind was so hard. So I'm sure that they probably know that there needs to be some sort of balance. Like in NBA 2K, you look at how much it costs to upgrade your player. It's about $100 to even get your player up to like a 95, I believe, on there. For WWE 2K, I was able to upgrade my Island guy to like 100 overall with like $30 last year. So again, there are different things. It seems like they understand, you know, the audience and the pricing. Nobody is willing to spend a crazy amount of money on this. So we'll have to see what happens, man. I think if level skips are 25 cents, I think it's doable if you want to skip. But being that you're already going to have the season pass, you don't have to skip based on what I'm seeing. It seems if you have the season pass, you'll just be able to grind towards it. Regardless, there will always be a grind, but if you want to skip the grind, you have to spend money. And that's why I think players will have a lot of issues with that. So I think, man, that we are going to be surprised with how this works. I even think I'll be surprised, even though I feel that I have somewhat of an idea of how it works. But even just looking, you know, at something new like this being introduced, I'm afraid that it doesn't get executed well the first year. Over the last couple years, we've had a lot of new things come in, and then some things are very, very good, and then some things are just not their best version, and people get turned away, pushed away real quick. So I'm hoping that they get this right, you know, for the sake of the game, being that DLC is no longer, it seems like, in terms of actually being able to go in the store and buy a DLC pack. I think it'll be interesting. And one other thing that'll be interesting as well is for the expansion packs that they like to drop. What happens with those? Will those be a part of the season pass? For example, if Chris Jericho, for whatever reason, happens to debut in the WWE, last year 2K made it a thing where they got a lot of those wrestlers that debuted when it was very, very close to the game dropping and they couldn't make the cut. They made some sort of expansion pack, Brock Lesnar being one of them, Malachi Black being actually in one of the WrestleMania packs that was promoted. So there is room for lots of surprises with these season passes. So I wonder if that will connect or relate at all, you know, or will we just be buying expansion packs, you know, out of pocket? That'll be out of the edition, and that'll be that. You know, if I had to guess, it's probably something like that, but it would be nice if surprises like that were also involved in the pass as well. Again, this is all speculation. We don't know just yet. This is going to be something where hopefully it gets broken down to us soon, because I think that players have a lot of questions, and this was my video at trying to simplify that for you guys. But nonetheless, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next one. We are giving away a couple of copies of WWE 2K26, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all.